We are doing this. Hello, and welcome to a little bit of an update. Now you're wondering, wait, Mole, didn't you just say you will not use this channel anymore? Correct, and that hasn't changed. Don't you worry about it. If you're seeing this on the ChaosMole channel, it's because it's the easiest platform where people can still find this video if they really need it, and it doesn't feel out of place in all the other YouTube channels I'm doing. So I think that's a fair thing to do. That's a fair thing to do. And let's talk about kick streaming. So, as you know, about 3 months ago, well, actually, less than 3 months, it's 2 months, about 2 months ago, I decided to move to Kick. And back in the day, I knew it was a gamble. I made it very clear that Kick is basically my last stop on my live streaming endeavor, and that I have no other places to go or interests to actually go to. And that hasn't changed. That hasn't changed at all. Now, growth on Kick has been stable. It's moving. I'm seeing growth here and there, and I'm seeing interest and new people coming in. So there's definitely a feeling let's say I never really had on YouTube. As long as you were not like also making a lot of YouTube content, which would lead people to your live streams, right? Like YouTube, I have to say 2023 so far has been an absolute letdown and disappointment in everything what YouTube has been quasi trying to build in the last 2 years, because I believe they found the YouTube Shorts, and the YouTube Shorts has been doing fantastic. Now, the good thing is now what you can do, and this is rather interesting, you can create YouTube Shorts, and thanks to those YouTube Shorts, you can just link them to your live stream, and people can actually check out the live stream and all that, which is a pretty neat thing to do, and definitely something to keep in mind. Nonetheless, we're not talking about YouTube here. Well, not quite, but we talk about kick streaming. As it stands, and this is the TLDR everyone has been probably waiting for, and I will put this out right at the beginning. The TLDR is, as it stands, by the end of the week, I'm leaving Kick. Yep, I'm leaving Kick. Wait, where are you going? Probably back to YouTube. Well, probably. When I'm leaving, I'm going back to YouTube. But there will be changes. Again, this channel, I'm not touching this anymore. And I have to make a few things clear why YouTube and all that, because people have probably questions. So let's talk first about why am I leaving Kick. It sounded like you were growing. It sounded like you were rather okay with the platform. Like, what's the problem? The problem is the last few days. So if you have missed it, and I really hope you have, in your own interest, it makes you sleep better at night. But Kick had basically two very big happenings, and one of them is that one of the streamers here on Kick had the amazing idea to hire a sex worker. And they would go into an apartment where they would live stream whatever they had planned. Keep in mind that porn is forbidden on Kick, so I don't know where they wanted to go with this, but that doesn't really matter because nothing happened. The sex worker was aware that there will be cameras in that flat. She was aware that this would have been recorded. Like, I have seen some misinformation going around on that on the internet, that she wasn't aware of all of this. No. She was aware of it, and she agreed to it. The two things they omitted from her, and that is where I think already starts the problem, is that there are still two people hiding somewhere in that room. And B, it's not really recorded. It's streamed to at least 15,000 people on Kick. That's a bit different than a recording, right? It was live. But I said it before and I say it again. there are issues with me blaming a platform for the content a content creator is putting on it. Now you might say, well, the platform is allowing it. Yeah, I saw this sentiment being thrown around quite a bit coming from Twitch streamers, and I find it highly hypocritical because Twitch fostered those streamers for decades. They still have a huge chunk of those streamers on their platform. Like, they have streamers who are beating up their girlfriends on their platform. They have streamers who literally had sex in front of the camera on their platform, and they are still streaming completely fine on their platform. Let's face it, every platform is kind of complicit in those kind of things. Like even YouTube. YouTube has literally Nazis and terrorists on their platform posting their videos, and they're reluctantly removing them. Every platform is shit in that regard. But the biggest problem, and this is why I'm blaming Kick, and this is why I give them till the end of the week to rectify all of this, which they probably don't, is the founder of Kick was in that live stream and was not just throwing out money at the hoe, but, as his words, not mine, he was also very much supporting the slurs which were throwing around in the chat, and he was in the middle of it. He was dancing to the music. And that is something where I have to say, yo, that you were putting everything into shock value, I have already realized that. I realized that when I saw the live stream last week with the, the Kim Jong-un impersonator and Andrew Tate and the Adrian Ross is his name. Like, again, they were like supporting that. I was like, okay, it's clear that you were setting everything here on shock value. But the moment you as a founder are in the middle of all of this and you are screaming the loudest, yeah, that doesn't necessarily align with my values, and I have a problem with that. Simple as it is. And I hope they would rectify it. Now, it's Wednesday. They haven't rectified anything. They put out a tweet on Monday where they were like, and let me read the tweet. Let me read the tweet so that you have an idea on how ridiculous this whole statement was. They put out a statement which you could have used for everything in life. Like, I kid you not. This was a statement for everything in life. So let me read this to you, and let me also show you this at the same time. There is incredible untapped potential in what live streaming has to offer. We are firm believers that the greatest day of live streaming are yet to come. Didn't they? I'm pretty sure they did the same statement like a few months ago. With that said, community and public safety cannot be compromised in the process of making content. We are constantly learning this balance sits and are making changes daily. We appreciate your community for the continuous feedback, both the good and the bad. We keep you updated on upcoming changes to community guidelines and subsequent enforcement measures. That's the most PR statement with no liability whatsoever. Like, it is clear that they want to look like we had nothing to do with this. Again, if your founder is in the midst of it, then yeah, you had something to do with it. And as you can see, the people are not really happy with all of this, right? Like, I have been pretty annoyed by this. It's not a statement. And they didn't talk about what happened. Nothing. Like, again, they can copy paste this with every issue which arises in the future. This is the most blatant, general PR statement I have seen from a company a while ago. And people are right. This is a worse PR answer than Twitch does. And Twitch PR answers are atrocious sometimes. But this is just, again, they could have used this for something bad happened at the birthday party, right? Or the music on the wedding was horrible. They could have used the same statement there. Just changed some words out and you were good. This is not a statement. This is why I don't count this. But then, to make things worse, the dude, Adrian Ross, was going on stream yesterday and was just ranting on people calling him out, keep calling out the streamer who did the bullshit, and for people who are calling out Kick. And he was ranting so far till you reach the point of, you know what, everyone who said something against Kick, yeah, in a better society, those people would have been hanged. I was like, did you just call for your coworkers to get hanged because they have a valuable opinion on what happened? No thanks. I don't really want to work in that company, right? And he is unfortunately a relatively influential person on this platform. He's very influential, and yeah, no. It's just adding up. It's just adding up. When I was going to Kick, I was also believing that I could kind of help the platform with their growing pains and being basically a good voice on their platform. A community where people can just go to and where they can feel safe and enjoy playing and watching video games. Right? That was very important to me. But under those circumstances, I cannot guarantee it. I cannot guarantee that. And it seems like Kick is trying to just hope that this all disappears because, hey, we put out a statement on Monday, right? The Kick creator, where people were asking him constantly to say something about it, completely vanished. And he's probably also just hoping that this blows over. And again, end of the week. If they are not managing anything by the end of the week, next week I will not be on Kick anymore. It's as simple as that. So where do I go? That's the shittiest part, right? I don't really have another place to go. I will not go to Twitch. Twitch is as bad. It's just that people really manage to look the other way, and Twitch is just the established platform. I don't like Twitch. I don't want to be on Twitch. Shit, I don't want to be on Twitch as a viewer. I'm trying to avoid Twitch whenever it ever works. I'm not watching live streams anymore on Twitch. I'm watching VODs. Why? Because you have to be afraid of an ad every full hour for 5 minutes in the middle of a cutscene. I'm not watching that. Nuh-uh. And people are like, well, if you were subscribing to the streamer, yeah, let me subscribe to 5-6 people and paying $30 every month just to not have the advertisement on those channels. I know you could go with, what is it, Twitch Turbo or something they're calling it. or Prime. Is it now Prime? I don't know. I think they changed the name. But I don't really want to give like good old Amazon even more money. Like I already have enough problems with the company as it is, and I don't really want to like put even more money in their mouth. And I would like to support the streamer and not Twitch. You know. So there's the pickle. I am subscribed to some Twitch streamers. I am. But yeah. Like you have to make some decisions at some point if you're not swimming in money, you know? I don't. But Twitch as a streamer is just a no-go. Yes, I'm a partner there. I could just jump back and be like, look, I'm a partner. It doesn't matter. Like, nah. Also, Twitch has also too many problems and pull too much bullshit. Like, again, Twitch is not better. It's just better in hiding those things and keeping those things out of sight. But I don't want to go to Twitch. I don't want to go to Twitch. It's just, ugh, I hate the platform. I'm not feeling okay on that platform. And that hasn't changed. And it won't change. It's as simple as it is. So, plus minus all the options I have, there's only YouTube. So what's my plan? So keep in mind what I'm telling you is still in flux. And there is still like things happening as we are talking and moving pieces quite a bit. So things might still change drastically. So I don't want to really go too much into detail. But here's the TLDR of the plan I have. By the start of next week, I will move my live streams to ChaosMole Plays. Because it's my Let's Play channel. And I think they would fit in there pretty swell. After the live stream is done, the live stream will become unlisted. He would disappear from the search algorithm of YouTube, and all the playthroughs we are doing are basically ending up as uploads, as I have been doing them, and I have been like trying a few things here and there on ChaosMole Plays. And there will be some changes in how we are handling those Let's Plays and playthroughs on that channel as well. Yeah, just to make that clear. Like, I'm testing a few things on that channel right now, and it was actually really interesting for me to see the numbers, and they were ass, right? They were completely ass when it comes to the numbers. But the good news is that's good, because it clearly showed me what not to do. And I have some really interesting ideas regarding that. So the live streams will end up there for the foreseeable future. And then we will basically do full-on playthroughs of stories, and they will end up on the same channel a few days after they released. So you see what I did with Cyberpunk, right? Where I basically dumped all the episodes or all the recordings I had that day in that channel, and that's too much. That's spam for YouTube. They don't want that. So that's not what I'm doing. I will fan them out more. So if you want to basically keep up to date with what I'm playing right now, the live streams are the way to go. They are unlisted. You can still watch them, but they are not going into the YouTube algorithm, because live streams right now are still destroying too much of the algorithm and viewer base. So that's what we're doing with ChaosMole Plays. But if I should move over to YouTube, I will also focus much more on Mole under management, because Mole under management has been doing well, and has been doing well in the last few weeks, even though the releases for strategy games have been much weaker. And if I would have utilized just my focus harder on strategy games, as I should have done right from the get-go, that channel would have been much further with subscribers and even fewer numbers. Like we had, what was it, Millennia, this Friday. Well, last Friday, right? Which was the new Civilization game from Paradox. Frick, man. That game did really well on the channel. It did really well because you can believe that your standard Paradox focus channel, and they had quite a bit, and strategy channel were all picking up on this, and my video was still like punching above its weight. Like really impressive. Like I see the numbers on it, and it's this whoa. Especially like I have to get better with my click-through rate and all that on my strategy channel. That is that is definitely an issue. But the amount of people which were interested in the new announcement and the amount of viewers YouTube actually shows my videos to, I just have to get better with the thumbnails, as I said. It's really good. It's really, really good. So I will put a bigger focus on my YouTube channels. I also will do some changes to the Mole RP channel. The Mole RP channel has been starting off quite strong on the Diablo side of things and has been an absolute disaster with Starfield. So I did a lot of things wrong with Starfield, and I should have basically followed a different strategy on Starfield. But hey, I think that Mole RP was an interesting experiment for something I haven't really done in a while. And the two games were actually some really good insights for what to do and what not to do. And they were completely different games, and I handled, especially Starfield, I handled Starfield wrong. I handled Starfield wrong. And there will be also some bigger changes to Mole RP. But that means I'm focusing more on my VOD content. Okay, what does that mean for streaming? Kind of what you expect. There will be more days where I will not stream. I'm not hassling anymore with, oh shit, I have to do my streams. I have to push the story further. I have to finish this. Especially on how I want to do my ChaosMole Plays channel. Time will not be that important when it comes to doing the streams. The good news is that we will have also some streams on the Mole RP channel and on the Mole Under Management channel, because the live streams have been actually doing pretty well. If I'm looking at the, let me see, at the Mole Under Management channel here, things have been doing very good when we did some live streams on there. Let me see very quickly. I know live streams have been a while. Yeah, live streams have been doing a-okay on the Mole Under Management channel whenever I did. Yep. So if they are fitting into that whole narrative of RP or strategy, then we'll do it on the specific channels, and then full story playthroughs will happen on the ChaosMole Plays channel / the live streams were happening there. Yep. So there was a lot of talk. Sorry for that. But let's make a TLDR of everything. As of today, by the end of the week, I will stop streaming on Kick because of all the shit which happened in the last few days and how Kick has completely mishandled the situation. That means starting next week, I would go back to YouTube. ChaosMole Plays will be for the live streams and the full story playthroughs. Mole Under Management channel for the strategy games, and Mole RP channel for RPG games. And probably a lot of like guides, tips and tricks and all that. But we will see. As I said, there will be some changes to how that works. And that means I will focus more on my VODs. I will focus more on the long format videos, and there will be more days where we'll just not stream. So right now we have only the Monday where I do not stream, but there's a pretty high chance that this will fan out, or that I am changing my streaming times. That I'm saying, okay, look, I'm streaming on Tuesday, Wednesday, I want to do some like VOD content. I want to do some shorts because they're doing pretty well. And then I will start streaming later. Or I will stream in the evening. Or not at all, right? Like streaming will be put a bit more on the back burner. I hate that. Personally, I always said that I'm a streamer. Right? I'm always a streamer, and I like to do more streaming, but unfortunately there is no streaming platform right now which is really good for me. So things have to change. If you want to see me creating or continue to create more content, then things have to change. Things have to change. Yep. So that's that. But with that said, folks, I'll wrap it up here. If you still have some question, you can ask them. You can still ask them in chat, or let me know down below in the comments. And I will put all the important links in the video description, and I will keep you informed. With that said, thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Stay safe.